Hi everyone, just a quick message before the video starts. The applications for the 2021 NFU Student and Young Farmer Ambassador Programme are now open. I can massively recommend it. I've had a great time doing it. You might recognise me in... there I am! Anyway, if you are between the ages of 18 to 26, live in England or Wales, have a vested interest in farming and rural affairs, then look no further. I'm going to put a link in the description below. Go and check it out. You won't regret it. Apply for it. It's fantastic. There we go. Enjoy the video. Well, good morning everyone and welcome back to another video. Today is Saturday the 2nd of May and we are putting the final application of nitrogen on this crop of winter wheat. So this block up here on the farm up near Leominster went in very well using the top down. You can see my video I did on that, the link now, followed by the Vadasab Rapid drill. And it has absolutely flown on. It was the weekend that we put that in. I think it was a couple of days after. It absolutely poured it down and continued to do so for the rest of the autumn. So the rest of the wheat went in with the combi plough and combi drill. And there is a big difference between the establishment, I suppose the establishment of this, which is nice and even, and that of the combi drill where it went into some wet soil as well, and it's a lot further behind than this stuff is. This stuff is well on. So anyway, we are applying the Nitram at a rate of about 180-200, and we're applying it to sort of more of the product to the thicker part of the crop in the field, so the bits which have done better over the course of the growing season, and less to the bits which are sort of less thick, if you like, and that's done by the NDVI or leaf area index using the SOYL app, which comes up with our variable rate maps. So it's been a week pretty much, give or take, since we finished the potatoes, which we also finished up here, and yeah, spent a bit of time in the workshop getting the arms back on this tractor. If you didn't notice in the destoning video, obviously the wheels get changed from the wider ones to the narrows, and we also take the arms off both for the destoning and for the harvesting. It's just less to worry about, even though it's only really 10 days worth of work sort of thing. But turning on the headlands, you don't have to worry about it at all. So put the arms back on. We've changed the wheels on the small Massey, few bits and bobs, and then we've been trying to get the fert on recently, but the weather's been terrible. It was really nice on the destoner actually, not having to worry about the wind, just turning up. As long as it wasn't raining, it didn't really matter on the conditions in terms of overhead. Whereas back on the fert spreader, you're always looking at the wind app, looking at the trees to see what they're doing. And the last few days have been very patchy in terms of both wind and rain. So we've had just shy of 23 mil of rain basically in the last week. I think so, at least. Anyway, let's go on this app. So we've got a Sencrop weather station up here, a mobile weather station, but it's got the app on here. Yeah, last 7 days, 22.6 mil. So it's a fair amount of rain, but the fields rather, are travelling very well. You can barely tell. I mean, there's puddles in a few areas where it's been wet for, you know, a bit of the year, and we've made a few ruts, but generally you can't tell at all, so that is a bonus. I've also been thinking while I've been sat here to try and set the channel a goal, and it's a bit of an ambitious goal, I think, but I'd love to reach 5,000 subscribers by the end of this calendar year. So 31st of December 2020, I'd love to be at 5,000. I don't know if we can do that, but if you haven't already, then please hit the subscribe button, and also like and comment on the video. I love seeing your comments, just seeing what people pick up from the videos. There's always different comments, so thank you very much. But somehow if we can get to that, that would be amazing. I think it's good to have a bit of a goal to work towards. So I'm going to continue bringing the videos. Obviously after this, after the fert spreading, then things are going to quieten down a little bit, but I will continue to bring jobs around the farm, because as Nick's farm said in his most recent video, it's not all about the tractor driving. And if you haven't checked out Nick's channel, please do. He's bringing some fantastic videos. I'll put a link to it now, and maybe just drop him a comment saying you came from my channel, and yeah, enjoy his videos. They're very, very good. Now the only other thing to say really today is I've got Jimmy Duggan here again with his drone, so I hope you're enjoying the drone footage and the drone content. He's helping me out on the Manitou, which is massively helping me with my output. Rather than running to and from the yard, he's bringing the bags to the field and sorting the bags out from there, so I don't really have to worry. I sort of finish a field and go on to the next, which is amazing. Really increases the output, and yeah, particularly on a good day like today, we need to take advantage of the weather. There's barely any wind around, and it's a beautiful Saturday in May now, so there we go. I will carry on fert spreading up here. We've got spring barley to come, so I'll probably film a little bit of that, and yes, hope you're all well and still in lockdown, as most of us all are anyway, at least in the UK. I think they're talking about changing things, but we'll see. Anyway, stay safe, stay home, follow government advice, and enjoy the videos that are popping up all over YouTube at the moment. So there we go, see you in a bit. Right, so here we are now on to the spring barley. It's the following day on from the stuff we filmed yesterday on the winter wheat, and we're putting about 80 kgs of N onto the spring barley. So this is the second application that it has had, giving it a total of about 140 N kgs per hectare. None of this ground was destined for spring barley. It was all destined for winter wheat. As it happens, the autumn was very, very wet, and as with farming, often plans change, and so it did. So this is now a crop of spring barley, and generally the spring barley has come very well. This is probably one of the more patchy fields, probably because it's a little bit heavy up under this valley. But yeah, generally very happy with the spring barley. Now we're in a field here called Crowpool, and as I turn round onto this next tram line ahead of us, we've got a field there called New Enclosure. New Enclosure had potatoes in last year, and it was the only field where we had to leave some potatoes. I mean, there are a couple of other headlands on other fields where it was just frankly too wet, too difficult to lift. But we did have to leave, I don't know, about a third to half of that field. Just so wet, and it's so heavy down this bottom end, we had to leave it, and that's also got spring barley in. So yeah, that got cultivated in and then re-drilled with the barley again destined for wheat, but was not to be as we go through a very heavy wet patch there. You can see that hasn't quite come as nicely as other parts of the field. In the last episode, actually, a lot of you were asking, well, were quite interested in the sort of fuel usage and also the working time, headland turning, etc. So that was on the fence screen. Now, some of you have asked about any mobile apps I know that might be able to sort of record that data. Personally, I don't know of any. But if anyone out there knows of anything like that, then put it in the comment section below, and I'll give it a sort of shout out next episode so other people can look up and have a look if that suits them. I don't know how it worked, because on this, obviously with the destoner we had the PTO going, so when I pressed go, it sort of knew the PTO was going and the machine was working. Then when I lifted up at the end and pressed end on this button here, it knew that I'd stopped. So I don't know quite how a phone app would work, but if anyone knows of one, let us know. So that will conclude this episode. More fert spreading, as always. We spend a lot of the spring fert spreading, but it's a job that I enjoy doing. You get to go over the fields and have a good look around the farm. So yeah, it's a job that I do enjoy doing. But I'm going to try and squeeze in a couple more fields. Now the day's going on a little bit. I'm going home to some roast beef. A nice roast delivered from the pub, which is amazing. So obviously with this coronavirus, they've not stayed open for walk-ins and stuff, they shut, but they are doing deliveries, which is incredible. So roast beef is going to be waiting. I'm going to have to heat it up when I get back, but very much looking forward to that. And I hope you are all supporting local during this coronavirus crisis. Support your local pubs, your local shops. And there we go. So thank you very much for watching, and see you again in another episode of On the Farm. Bye for now.